Teste, who's going to talk about why supplier relationship management is essential to your business. It's great to speak with you today, Yann. Can you please first provide a brief background of yourself?
Yes, first, thanks for inviting me for the speech today. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening all. My name is Yann Teste. I'm French. I hold 2 master degrees in engineering and another one in finance and business administration. I'm working for the Volvo Construction Equipment Group, which is a branch of the Volvo AB Group. We manufacture and sell about $8 billion of construction vehicles per year. I'm located in the global headquarters in Brussels, in Belgium, and I work in the capacity of Global Director of Purchasing and Supply Management for the Powertrain and Electromobility Commodity. I have a bit more than 18 years of purchasing experience for 2 different companies, including Volvo. Among them are 16 years of leading and building purchasing teams, including 7 years in China as the Asia purchasing leader, and the last 5 years in Belgium as the global purchasing leader. In terms of responsibilities that I have had during the last years, I've been including logistics, supplier quality development, international purchasing office management, managing international purchasing professionals and suppliers, but also starting up a company in China and being engaged in a joint venture due diligence and post-merger integration in China. The current scope that I have is managing the purchasing strategy and the supplier base for powertrain components, which are engines, axles, transmissions, wheels, tires, but also gears or castings, all track chains for excavators. And this is representing 600 suppliers, roughly in $1 billion spent, and a global team of 40 people.
Thank you. And regarding supplier relationships, what would you like to share today about this topic?
So yes, thanks. That's the topic I have the pleasure to share with you today is supplier relationship and supplier relationship management, as it counts. If you browse on internet and you look at what is supplier relationship describes all interactions with third-party organizations that supply goods and or services to an organization. Interactions. So what is supplier relationship management, also called SRM? This is the discipline of strategically planning for and managing these interactions in order to maximize their values, creating closer and more collaborative relationship with your key suppliers in order to uncover and realize new values and reduce risk of failures. This is the definition that I think is fitting very well, supplier relationship and supplier relationship management. That's what I want to talk to you about.
And so why does supplier relationship management count?
Well, if you look at the business climate today, I think we can summarize it as follows. The speed of development is faster. It's increasingly faster. The business cycles are shorter and less predictable. The product life cycles are the same. The global growth is slower. Investment capabilities are lower. Technical knowledge, excellence is getting more and more specialized. You have more and more purchase components in the industrial footprint of the businesses. The manufacturing footprint are becoming global. The customers are global. And finally, there is the Internet of Things that every business, industrial business, business to consumers or business to business, is thinking about how are we going to manage this and take value out of this. If you describe the business climate like this, the environment where our companies are evolving and trying to take the best out of it, how can we manage successfully in such a climate? Actually, and who can manage this is a team of business partners that we can call as our extended enterprise, with actually the stakeholders and people part of your company and your extended enterprise. This is actually your supplier base and your teams through a sound, sustainable and performing relationship. This is the ecosystem that we are in, and when we say we, this is our company and the companies that are working together with us, our supplier base. And in order to be successful in such a climate, you need to pay attention to the way these companies are interacting. This is about the managing the interactions. So what could be the qualitative relationship between your supplier and your company as a customer of choice bring? First, you should have access to innovation faster and before the other ones. And innovation can be in several areas. Can be in supply chain, can be in servicing, can be in technology, of course. It can be also in market intelligence or in market approaches or market penetrations. It could also be tailored technical solution for functional performance or exclusivities on technical solutions. It could be also on design to cost or design to manufacturing. And it can be also on business stability or finally lower investments. And this is where actually the best supplier relationship together with the company can bring you what we call and what we're all searching for, a competitive advantage.
And is there anything more you wanted to add about how supplier relationships should be managed?
Yes, I can share. I think it's for me the first question is quite fundamental. It's the basic. Do you and your management see the potential value in supplier relationship management? Is the core of everything. And if the answer is no, then I think it's worth investigating why. Is it actually relevant for your business needs? You and your management see some gaps towards your competition in some areas. What are those areas? In those areas, do you think that you depend significantly from your supplier base? Do you see any potential here? That's the start. If the answer is yes, supplier relationship management counts, is seen by our management as something useful to be better than the competition. Then do you have the proper structure and teams to manage it? Usually there is a specific team set up to manage the supplier relationship and it should have a specific focus. And I would say also a specific set of skills. Skills related to purchasing skills, but also to leadership skills. Usually we call them category teams or sourcing teams, commodity teams, strategic sourcing teams, as you wish. And they focus on the sourcing strategy, supplier selection, supplier overall QDC and innovation performance. They manage the contractual discussion, negotiation. They are also in charge most of the time of animating, coordinating, and leading cost reduction idea generations of projects. And of course, what is the most important also is to manage the interactions between the suppliers and your own business or their own businesses. Engineering with engineering, marketing with marketing, project management, purchasing and sales and so on. At Volvo, these teams are managed actually by similar functions as mine, which means a global commodity organization that are, in my case, particularly strong alignment with engineering on the different technologies that we manage. And then the second question is, do you have the proper tools and methods to manage the supplier relationship? At Volvo, once again, we use what we call it's a mix of a performance grid and a relationship grid. It's about 9 cells, where you have on the x-axis you have the performance, which is basically usual QDC measurements based on very factual KPIs, quantitative, qualitative KPIs, the usual one for industrial and automotive. But we have been putting on the y-axis also a relationship measurement, that is of transparency, of breakdowns, factual performance, other elements like proactivity, activity, innovation, different areas, there's a mix of KPIs and within this measurement, and then within this grid of X and Y axis, we position our suppliers. What we think is going to give us the competitive advantage, increase the relationship, all of this should lead up.
Okay, and then my last question is, can you share an example of supplier relationship management that has been successful?
Yes, for sure. So when I took over this position, the first mandate I had is to fix several key supplier relationship issues, and those suppliers were not small ones. Some of them were actually much bigger than our own business. The background I had, the values that we have in the group, that was obvious that we needed to find a solution in order not to create business issues for us when we know that we depend so much on some of our key suppliers. And one of these suppliers, actually, the relationship was, I would say, a lot of emotion around, even between the CEOs themselves. On dates, either we fixed it or we kicked the supplier off. This was a destructive relationship that was based on encouraging and threats. That was actually a danger for both companies. So the first decision that we took is to have an alignment meeting on and put everything on the table. We engaged the management, the senior management of both companies at a meeting here in Belgium, Brussels, and then go through the different misalignments or alignment that we have. Started to get a level where there was clear misalignment, putting the table before we can go and I don't know if it is the same for you, but when people don't listen to each other, it doesn't lead to a very positive result. So between supplier and customer, this is the same. And what we have seen changing actually by putting on the table all those issues, this misalignment, and listen to each other, started quite a fruitful dialogue. What is it that and this was the first, I would say, turnaround of the relationship. What we have been putting in place then is identifying this alignment and actions in order to close them. Starting in particular in supply chain improvement. And based on the success of this, I would say it's a teamwork between the partner and ourselves, cross-functional team, two leaders of each of them working together in this issue. Supply chain has been improving significantly, and that was actually an excellent success base in order to go to the next step. What was the next step? Then it was about some marketing institution in looking at actually the what were tendency, what kind of prediction tools they were using for the on growth, and sharing those tools, which for me was one of our first time change with market intelligence. And then that led also for kind of exclusive technical offering from this supplier to us for one of our new products that we can consider as a competitive advantage. So overall, I would say that thanks to really be focusing on making a better relation between the people, and based on some incremental steps, we finally end up in a very good relationship. Well, actually, I was even invited by them to share on this experience. Therefore, what is very important.
And thank you today, Yann, for sharing on this topic.
Yeah, you're welcome.